Nagreklamo mga kababayan, yung mga Chinese, yung China, kasi tinutukan daw sila ng baril ng Philippine personnel sa Ayungin Show. Huwag ninyo kasing ubusin ang pasensya namin. Kami po, hindi kami gagamit ng water cannon. Professional kami. Yung water cannon, sabi ng aming Philippine Navy, ay ng aming Philippine Coast Guard, we will not use water cannons to ignite fire. Yan yung mensahe ng aming Coast Guard Chief doon sa Shangri-La Forum. Ayan po, don't use water cannons to ignite fire. Yan po, ang water cannon na niya, designed para sugpuin yung apoy kung may sunog sa dagat, sa mga barko, to save lives. Pero kayo, ginagamit ninyo yung water cannon para manakit. O ngayon, nagreklamo kayo kasi binunutan kayo namin ng baril. Ganun kami po. Pero wala mga kababayan, wala pa mang confirmation. Baka propaganda lang po ng China. Wala pang confirmation, wala pang reaction sa akusasyon na to ng China, yung atin pong gobyerno. Ayan po yung balita dito sa Philippine, sa Philippine Star. China says Philippine personnel pointed guns at Chinese Coast Guard in disputed waters. Diyan daw mga kababayan naganap. Ito yung ating BRP Sierra Madre sa Ayungin Shoal. Kasi naman po, inagaw ninyo yung resupply, yung supplies na mga pagkain sa aming mga sundalo. Yan po. China Coast Guard seizes Philippine supplies for Ayungin. Lagi na lang ganun yung ginagawa ninyo sa amin. Tapos iwa-water cannon ninyo yung mga previous resupply missions. Tapos binabangga ninyo yung aming bangka, yung aming Coast Guard. May mga injuries, may damage sa aming barko. Maubos po ang pasensya. Pero hindi kami gagamit ng water cannon, sabi ng Philippine Coast Guard. Ngayon, tinutukan kayo. Normal, sumubra kasi kayo. Kakasa kami sa inyo. Matatapang po ang ating mga sundalo. Remember the Battle of Yultong noong 1951 yata yon, doon sa Korea. Hindi po atras yung ating mga sundalo. Bakit niya, Mr. Maravillas? Ano nangyari doon sa Battle of Yultong? Basahin niyo yung history. 900 Filipino soldiers pa as against 40,000 Chinese soldiers. Wala pong binatbat yung mga Chinese sa labanan. Talo sila. Iyan po, Battle of Yultong, April 22 to 23, 1951 sa South Korea po. Yung commander po ng Philippine troops, Dionisio Ojeda, 10th Battalion Combat Team as against the 34th Division 12th Army ng China, 44th Division 15th Army. Dalawang batalyon po yung nasa China, 40,000 Army. Yan po. 40,000 yung strength ng mga Chinese. 900 lang sa atin. O tingnan niyo ang casualties and losses po. Sa atin, 12 lang yung namatay, 38 wounded, 6 missing. Sa China po, 500. Dalawa yung captured. Hindi po yun hindi po yun nadadala sa laki ng bansa at sa dami ng mga sundalo, kundi po sa galing, tapang at strategy. We are the land of noble heroes. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa iyo, sa manlulupig di kami pasisiil. Yan ang aming national anthem. Pero hindi po kami palaway. Maba yung aming pasensya. Pero yung pasensya po, nauubos. Sinasabi ng defense minister ng China na manipis na daw yung kanilang pasensya. Kami po, paubos na. Ito po yung Battle of Yultong para po ma-inspire kayo kung gaano katapang ng ating mga sundalo. Sabi dyan, background, the Philippine 10th Battalion Combat Team or BCT was attached to the U.S. 3rd Infantry Division at the time of the offensive. Initially composed of 1,367 troops, the battalion was reduced to 900 men due to previous casualties and other losses. May mga namatay sa previous na laban Pero po, hindi nagpapatinag, hindi po umaatras tayo kahit may mga namamatay. Ganon katapang ang mga Filipino warriors. Ang alay kami nila Pulapo, sila Pulapo nga po, itak lang. Ayun. Hindi na nakauwi si Magellan. Tama. To prepare for the incoming offensive sa People's Volunteer Army ng China. The US 65th Infantry Regiment deployed its 3rd and 2nd battalions facing west and northwest respectively along the Mjem River, while the attached Philippine 10th BCT or Battalion Combat Team held the regiment's right flank near Route 33. The Turkish Brigade was just east of the Filipino unit. Ngayon, ito na yung laban. The assault began at 2000 hours on April 8 po, April 22, when the enemy in the Turkish Brigade with an artillery barrage. Shortly after midnight, an artillery and mortar barrage followed by intense small arms and machine gun fire struck the entire 3rd Division line. While Turkish Brigade were engaged in the first battle, the 10th BCT deployed in the Yoltong area on the left of the Turkish Brigade. From 23rd 100 hours or alas 11 ng gabi was assaulted in the waves by the People's Volunteers Army ng China and fought a series of close combat engagement with this position. Communications with the 65th Regiment was disconnected by the enemy artillery and some friendly fire support, but was restored at 12:30 midnight. So around midnight, the Turkish Brigade were ordered to withdraw to a position line. Madaling sabi mga kababayan, nagkabakbakan ng todo sa Korean War. As a result mga kababayan, ito na nga po, ang casualty sa ating army, 12 lang po, 38 wounded, 6 missing. Sa mga Chinese po, 40,000 po yung strength nila. Ang dami nilang mga Chinese soldiers. 500 yung patay sa kanila. 2 captured. Ganon kagaling mga kababayan yung ating mga sundalo. At ganon katapang. Hindi sila umaatras sa laban. Patay kung patay kasi yun ang sinumpaan ng ating mga sundalo. Magbantay sa atin at lumaban para sa kapayapaan ng mundo. Kasi parte siya ng United Nations Force na naglingkod po sa South Korea. Kung doon nga po sa South Korea, lumaban ng buong tapang yung ating mga kasundaluhan dito pa sa West Philippine Sea. Kaya lang po, during the previous administration, ang nananakot mismo sa ating mga sundalo, yung Commander-in-Chief. Yung nagmasama doon mga kababayan. But before ko mga kababayan ibigay sa inyo yung full story nitong sabi, akusasyon ng China, tinutukan daw sila ng baril. Ngayon magrereklamo kayo. Inagaw ninyo, dinistroy ninyo yung aming mga food supplies. Kung baga tutukan kayo ng baril ng aming mga sundalo dyan, justified yun. Mabuti nga't hindi kayo pinutukan. Tama? Sa susunod yan, puputukan na namin kayo. May nakaposisyon ng mga ballistic missiles kami. At nandiyan nakaposisyon yung aming deterrence with America. Ano kayo, sinisurte ng mga Chinese? Click subscribe muna po dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video. At huwag na rin po ninyo na skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng Bagong Pilipinas. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL and Cebu Pacific and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco bills, PLDT, Aleco bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Lanco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Gilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan po yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Ayan po, mga bagong clients namin po. Very colorful at napakalinis ng aming gym. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila po dito sa amin. Na-set up na rin po yung aming mga brand new gym equipment. May treadmill na rin po kami. Ito naman po yung mga bago naming product. Eye Glow Serum, galing pong South Korea. Whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung effect sa aking anak pong architect entrepreneur. Sa mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang po kayo sa kanyang messenger, Riz Maravillas. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid naman po sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kasukasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Hindi siya red mix fruiting. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. Sa mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na Mr. Maravillas. Balik tayo dito sa laban natin sa China po. Nagreklamo na sila ngayon kasi tinutukan daw natin ng baril. Hindi po kami palulupig sa inyo. May commander-in-chief po kaming matapang, pero hindi po mayabang. Tama? Ito yung reklamo, mga kababayan ng China. China says Philippine personnel pointed guns at Chinese Coast Guard in disputed water. Sa ayungin po siya. Nagsusupply kasi po ng pagkain doon. Inagaw ninyo, tapos dinestroy ninyo dyan. Ayan po, China Coast Guard seizes Philippine supplies for ayungin. May hangganan po ang pang-abuso ninyo. Huwag ninyong hintayin magkaputukan tayo. Kasi malaki yung bansa ninyo. Marami kayong mga Chinese. Pero kahit marami kayong mga Chinese, hindi namin kayo po urungan. Mas marami yung tatamaan namin sa inyo. Marami kayo eh. Pwede ba ganon? Isa Battle of Yultong, 40,000 kayo. 900 lang kami. Ano yung inabot ninyo sa amin? Ganon din, maulit yon. Yon ang mangyayari sa inyo. Kahit pa sabihin ninyong malakas kayo, David and Goliath ito. And based sa history, sa kwento ng David and Goliath, panalo si David. Ayan yung balita dito galing sa Beijing. Chinese state media said on Sunday kahapon that personnel on the Philippine ship pointed guns at China's Coast Guard in disputed waters of the South China Sea last month. Ngayon lang sila nagpalabas nito. Last month pa pala. So, hindi pa tayo sigurado kung ito po propaganda nila. Gusto tayong siraan kasi wala pang komento yung ating Coast Guard at yung ating Navy, yung ating embassy. Baka mamaya mag-react na. At least 2 personnel on the Philippine vessel near the second Thomas Shoal were carrying guns on deck, pointing them in the direction of China's Coast Guard. Sabi po ng Chinese state media, CCTV, an accompanying 29-second video appeared to show a masked man momentarily holding up a black object that resembled a rifle. Kaya, daw kayo. Huwag ninyong uubusin yung aming pasensya at never kayong aakyat sa Philippine vessel namin. Yung sabi ninyo na i-arrest ninyo yung aming mga mangingisda, daw kayo. Kasi nagsabi na yung aming armed forces. Mamaya iparinig ko po sa inyo yung interview kay Browner. Hindi kami papayag sa patuloy ninyong pang-aabuso. So sabi diyan, CCTV said the alleged incident occurred during a Philippine mission to supply troops. The troops are stationed on a rusting warship that Manila grounded in 1999 to reinforce its sovereignty claims. Doon po ito sa BRP Sierra Madre. So sabi diyan, Philippine Navy, Coast Guard, and National Security Council as well as the country's embassy and Beijing did not immediately respond to request for comment. So wala pa pong komento yung ating Navy at saka Coast Guard. Hindi pa po kino-confirm kung totoo itong allegation ng China na tinutukan natin sila. Tinutukan natin ang baril. Ano ba yung nag-trigger? Mga kababayan dito, kung halimbawa totoo na tinutukan natin, ako tingin ko justified na dapat tutukan natin. Para naman po, hindi naman tayo magmukhang kawawa na palagi na lang tayo binubuli. Marami na pong incidents na naging kawawa, parang helpless lang po tayo. Binubumba yung ating Coast Guard ng water cannon, many times may injuries. Kung hindi nga po nakatago yung mga personnel natin, baka may nadisgrasya. Pero may warning yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. It is an act close to an act of war. Once may nangyaring namatay sa ating mga personnel, including civilian, yan yung kanyang strong message, mga kababayan. Doon sa Shangri-La Forum sa Singapore. So ito kasi yung ginawa nila. Inagaw nila yung mga supplies para sa ayungin, BRP Sierra Madre, yung mga sundalo natin, gusto nilang gutumin. Kaya po, the China Coast Guard has been accused of seizing and dumping overboard food and other supplies meant for Filipino troops stationed at a remote outpost in Ayungin and allegedly obstructing a medical evacuation of ailing soldiers. So may sakit yung isang sundalo o ng ilang sundalo doon. So kailangan gamutin, kailangan i-evacuate po. At yung mga maiiwan doon, kailangan nila ng food supplies. Inagaw po ng mga Chinese. Tapos dinestroy yung iba, kinuha. O galing mga pirata kayo o galing mga bandido. Hindi man po maaari ang ganon. Sumusobra na kayo sa madaling sabi. Kaya kumbaga, tinutukan kayo, although hindi pa kumpirmado, wala pang statement yung aming mga authorities. It is justified. Dapat man talaga tutukan na kayo. Tama? Sumubra kayo Yung lugar na yan, amin, napakalinaw. Nandito yung Ayungin, mga kababayan. Dito parte, Ito ang Sky Blue. Ito yung 200 nautical miles, mga kababayan. Exclusive economic zone. Nandito na kayo You see? Napakalapit na sa Palawan. Yung pagkain ng mga sundalo namin, inagaw ninyo. Paano hindi kayo tutukan ng baril? Sige nga, sabihin ninyong hindi justified. Dapat nga, pinutukan na kayo para madala kayo. Paano niya kung rumisbak yung China? O di simula na to ng tribulation po para magkaalaman na, ubusan na lang po ng lahi. Ganun lang po. Wars and rumors of wars, mga kababayan, prophesied in the word of God. It will come, it will happen. It is just a matter of time. Kahit ayaw natin ng gulo, yun po ang direksyon ng mundo. Hindi man po pwede na tayo paapi dito sa mga Chinese. Gusto nilang mabuhay tayong lahat, live and let live. Tigilan nila tayo rito because atin ito. Hindi man tayo po nananakop sa kanila. Sila yung nananakop para sa atin po. So justified po yung ating mga actions. We have our defense establishment. That is a legal action, mga kababayan. We have the right to defend our territory, our country, and our people. Tama po? Walang illegal po sa ating mga ginagawa. Sila yung illegal po. Wala mang nagre-recognize sa kanila pong mga actions dyan sa West Philippine Sea. Napakalinaw yung stand ng United Nations Conventions on the Law of the Sea. May decision na po. Ayaw nilang i-recognize. Dinadala nila, mga kababayan, sa laki at lakas. Hindi po pwedeng ganon, sabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Gamitan mo ng puwersa. At gagamit tayo ng puwersa to defend our right. Hindi para to offend other people. So sabi dyan, mga kababayan, the incident took place on May 19. Matagal na pala. Ngayon lang lumabas. When the Philippine Navy performed an airdrop operation to bring the items. So airdrop na nga lang po. Kasi laging hinaharang yung ating mga bangka. Binabangga po. So yung options na ginamit po, airdrop, ganun pa rin inagaw nila. Talagang sumusobra na po. Yan to bring items. Airdrop operation to bring items on the BRP Sierra Madre. According to a ranking military official who asked not to be named for not having authority to speak to media. In a third incident, sabi rito, on May 24, the Chinese Coast Guard used water cannons to drive away a Filipino fishing boat near Seoul, sabi ng isang opisyal. The Inquirer source made the allegations hours after Chinese state media claimed that personnel on the Sierra Madre pointed guns at the Chinese Coast Guard on the same day, May 19. Tinutukan daw sila. Dapat man tutukan kayo. In a social media post on Sunday, China Central Television said at least 2 men were seen carrying guns on deck, pointing them in the direction of the Chinese Coast Guard. An accompanying 29-second video appeared to show a masked man momentarily holding up a blurred black object that resembled a rifle. The Philippine Navy, Coast Guard, and National Security Council, as well as the country's embassy in Beijing, did not immediately respond to request for comment. So wala pa mga kababayan na official statement yung ating gobyerno kung totoo ba itong aligasyon ng China na tinutukan sila. Hindi pa kumpirmado na resembling rifle lang po. Baka hindi man po rifle yon. Blinap lang sila. Sige niya, may kahoy man lang. Pwede po. Ang ganon, pwede naman na talagang rifle. Para ipakita sa magkakamatayan na tayo. Ang ginagawa ninyo, sumusobra na kayo. Ilang beses na ninyo kaming inapi-api, binubuli, inaharas, sinasaktan, may mga injuries. Hindi na kami papayag ngayon. Magkakamatayan tayo. Yun ang strong message ng mga Filipino na nandun po. Kung totoo, pero hindi pa tayo nakakasigurong totoo. Baka propaganda po, baliw-bagi ng China. Pero tayo po, sabi nga natin, hindi tayo palulupig po. Kaya nagreklamo yung Chinese Defense Secretary doon sa ginawang Shangri-La Forum po sa Singapore na nagposisyon na daw tayo ng mga ballistic missiles dito sa region, Indo-Pacific region. Pinatatamaan po tayo. And it is a provocation. Paano provocation po na yung ballistic missiles ng Amerika pinosisyon namin sa aming kampo? Anong pakininyo? Sa teritoryo namin, sa Cagayan, sa EDCA sites doon sa Cagayan, naglagay kami ng mga ballistic missiles. That is to protect our territory. Sige nga, abante ninyo. Pag hindi kayo tumigil, talagang magkakasubukan po tayo. Ang akala kasi ninyo, ang presidente namin, si Mao Digpa, na kaya ninyong sindakin, hindi po palulupig. Ang aming leader po, totoong matapang. Ngayon nga, tingnan ninyo yung balita dito sa sa Manila Times. Chinese ship circling PCG vessel in Skoda. Yan po, grabing ginagawa ninyo. Chinese ship circling PCG vessels in Skoda. Pinapalibutan na po ninyo. Pero hindi kami pasisindak sa inyo. Hindi kami gagamit ng water cannon. Yan yung mensahe. Kami hindi po double talk. Mensahe ng aming Coast Guard Chief. Yan po si Gaban. Sabi po ni Gaban, the use of water cannons against fellow Coast Guards will not help because it will make the situation even worse, anya. Yan yung sabi niya doon sa sa Shangri-La Dialogue sa Singapore. Ito anyang paggamit ng water cannon should stop. Ang water cannon na niya are not meant to light up fire, sabi po niya. They are there to save lives and properties from a fire or simply to put out fire, never to hose down the weaker ones to pieces to start a fire, sabi po ni Gaban. We just have to go back to the basics of humanity. If we want to embrace together what is right, we won't be wrong, sabi po niya. Yung mga pag-water cannon po, tingnan ninyo, yung damage po na ginawa ng China, 2 million to 3 million of damages. Yung water cannon nilang Coast Guard vessel natin, grabe na yung mga pinagagawa ninyo. Huwag kayong susobra. Kaya ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, nagpapalakas tayo. Habang pinapalakas natin yung ating armed forces, yung ating defense, ini-engage natin yung mga kaibigan nating bansa, the like-minded nations po, to support us dito sa ating ipinaglalaban po, na katahimikan dito sa Indo-Pacific region. Sabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong po, this is the unfortunate fact niya. If we want peace, you have to prepare for war. It is the unfortunate fact, sabi ng ating Pangulo. Yan po isang Roman adage. You want peace? Prepare for war. Ang ibig sabihin mga kababayan, if you are facing an aggressive adversary tulad po ng China, you have to build your military strength. Iyon ang ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong para alam ng iyong adversary na pag naglunsad sila ng military attack tulad ng plano nilang gawin po, they will receive punishing response. Kaya nagagalit sila with the alliances na na-assemble po ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Alam nila na pag sila umatake, there will be a punishing response. Kaya sabi nag-warning yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Sabi niya, Filipinos, do not yield. That is to discourage mga kababayan China to attack. Yan ang tinatawag na military deterrence, yung ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong. Engaging our allies, Japan, America, Australia, South Korea, India, yung European countries. Kaya nanggagalaiti po, nachi-checkmate po yung China kasi. Galit yung nagpo-provoke daw tayo. Galit yung Defense Secretary po ng China. Very firm po yung paninindigan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong. Very strong yung kanyang message po doon sa Shangri-La Forum. Ulitin natin mga kababayan, yung mensahin, i-replay natin ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos doon sa Singapore para maintindihan ng mga Chinese. Ayan po siya, mga kababayan.
We have made a conscious effort to align our definition of our territory and our maritime zones with what international law permits and recognizes. This has been inscribed in Article 1 of our Constitution. As Senator, I was proud to co-sponsor our Archipelagic Baselines Law, which defines the basis of our maritime jurisdictions. As President, I look forward to signing our Maritime Zones Law, which will clarify the geographic extent of our maritime domain. Our efforts stand in stark contrast to assertive actions that aim to propagate excessive and baseless claims through force, intimidation, and deception. In the West Philippine Sea, we are on the front lines of efforts to assert the integrity of the UNCLOS as a constitution of the oceans. We have defined our territory and maritime zones in a manner befitting a responsible and law-abiding member of the international community. We have submitted our assertions to rigorous legal scrutiny by the world's leading jurists. So the lines that we draw in our waters are not derived from just our imagination, but from international law. We have on our side the 1982 UNCLOS and the binding 2016 arbitral award, which affirms what is ours by legal right.
Tama.
In this solid footing and through our clear moral ascendancy, we find the strength to do whatever it takes to protect our sovereign home.
Yes.
To the last square inch, to the last square millimeter.
Yan ang magiting na Pangulo.
The life-giving waters of the West Philippine Sea flow in the blood of every Filipino.
Yes.
We cannot allow anyone to detach it from the totality of the maritime domain that renders our nation whole.
Tama.
As President, I have sworn to this solemn commitment from the very first day that I took office. I do not intend to yield. Filipinos do not yield.
We do not
Ladies and
yield.
gentlemen, we are not only unyielding in protecting our patrimony, our rights, and our dignity as a proud and as a free country. We
Yes.
are also firm in our commitment to regional and global peace.
We want
We
peace.
renew this commitment at this turbulent juncture of our history.
Sila yung
I will
nanggugulo
repeat
po.
what I said at the United Nations almost 2 years ago. Amidst challenging global tides, an important ballast stabilizes our common vessel. Our open, inclusive, and rules-based international order is governed by international law and informed by the principles of equity and of justice.
Malinaw mga Chinese, Filipinos don't yield. Hindi kami papayag po. Kaya sabi natin, if you wish peace, prepare for war. Sabi nga po sa Roman adage, sis vis pacem, para dilom. Yan po eh. If you wish peace, prepare for war. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, that is the unfortunate fact. We really have to prepare. Kasi pag hindi po, lalamunin tayo nitong China na masyado pong ganit. Kasi yumaman siya, tapos naging malakas at hindi natin pinagandaan yung mga sumunod sa dating Pangulong Ferdinand Idralin Marcos po. Inubos yung panahon nila sa politika. Siging away-away sa politika, napabayaan po yung defense natin. Hindi tayo nag-upgrade. Ngayon, with the leadership ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, may order siya sa ating armed forces to protect our fishermen. Ito po yung statement, interview ng mainstream media kay General Browner. Parinig ko po sa inyo yung interview ng Inquirer.
But as far as we are concerned, we are preparing for that, and we are encouraging our fishermen continue fishing in our exclusive areas. Despite the threats coming from China that they're going to arrest any of the civilians who will be coming into their so-called territory, which is bounded by the 9-line. Inuulit ko, hindi nila territory ito. It is not their territory. And our stand in the Philippines is backed down by UNCLOS and by the arbitration ruling of 2016.
Ayan po sabi ni General Browner, Romeo Browner. Tayo po may base tayo sa ating mga aksyon. The UNCLOS, recognized by nations of the world. Yung China ayaw pong i-recognize eh. Sila lang mga kababayan ang ayaw mag-recognize niyan eh. So nakabantay po yung ating armed forces. Magpapadala ng mga additional force, yung Philippine Navy and Coast Guard. Siyempre, armado yan. At yung ating mga IDCA sites po, may mga nakaposisyon na dyan. Kaya nagagalit yung China. Naglagay daw tayo ng mga ballistic missiles. Siyempre, alangan kayo lang ang mag-armas. Tama ba? Isabi sa Word of God po, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10 to 12. A final word, be strong in the Lord, in His mighty power. Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. Mga evil spirits po yung guide ng mga Chinese authorities. Unang-una, hindi sila kumikilala ng Diyos. Kinikilala lang nila yung lakas nila. Tayo po, may kinikilalang totoong Diyos. Huwag tayong matakot po. Sabi nga, if God is with us, who can be against us? David din Goliath po. Si David po naniwala hindi sa kanyang lakas kundi sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Talo po si Goliath. Bakit kasi niya, Mr. Maravillas, kailangan pag mag-away? Dahil po sa pagnanasa ng hindi kanya. Yan ang cause ng away po. Other than yung mga religious beliefs, political beliefs, conflicts. Yan po sabi sa James James 4 verse 1 to 2. What causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from the desires that battle within you? Yung mga desires po. You desire but do not have. You kill. You covet but you cannot get what you want. So you quarrel and fight. Hindi makuha yung gusto niya. Yung gusto niya, hindi man kasi kanya. Nagnasa. Covetous-ness Nagnasa ng hindi kanya. Yung West Philippine Sea po, hindi man kanila, pinagnanasaan po yung ating resources, yung ating kayamanan mga kababayan, yung ating exclusive economic zone. Kaya may away. So tayo naman, we have to defend yung atin po. Pag hindi, uubusin yan. Kakamkamin yan ng mga Chinese. Ganyan ang mga ugali niya. So huwag tayong papayag. Sabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, Filipinos don't yield. So we engage po. We assemble the forces of the superpowers other than America. Ito na nga po, French Navy destroyer in Manila Port call. Parte ito sa mga strategies na ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong. Sabi po dyan, French Navy destroyer is in the Philippines as two countries seek to deepen security ties and perhaps even sign a defense pact that will allow them to send military forces to each other's territory for joint exercises. The 5-day stopover, which started Friday and ends on Tuesday, bukas po, came just weeks after France sent one of its frigates to take part for the first time in the largest annual exercise yet between the Philippines and the United States, held from April 22 to May 10. It's quite a powerful ship that you are on today, and the idea there is really to show the commitment of the French Army and the French Navy in its region. The 6,000-ton frigate is operated by 150 personnel, and it's capable of operating in all the spectrum of maritime operations. The Philippines and French navies will hold a small exercise at sea after the French Navy destroyer leaves the port in Manila. French ambassador to the Philippines, Marie Fontanelle, said the port call was an offshoot of the agreement between the Philippines and France in December to boost bilateral defense cooperation. Ito po yung kakarapin ng China, the powerful militaries of the world. America, France, Germany, United Kingdom, Japan, Australia, pati yung India po, kasi may mga defense cooperation tayo dito sa mga bansang ito. Ito yung strategy na hindi pumasok sa isipan po ni Mao Diggs. Sa kanya, surrender na niya. Gawin na lang ninyo kaming province. Malaman na niya kaming magagawa niya. Magagawaan niya. It is a massacre. Pagpadalaan niya tayo ng army. Yan ang sabi po ni Mao Diggs. Yan po sabi ni Digong noong panahon niya.
Yan ang problema. Ipadala ko yung Marines ko to drive away the Chinese fishermen. I guarantee you, not one of them will come home alive. When
siya mismong nananakot po.
Who can prevent him? And sabi ko naman, we will fish because we claim it. And sabi ko, please allow, because before that, they were driving away our fishermen. Di ba, inaabog nila? Kaya sabi ko, do not drive them away because the Filipinos are of the belief that they are also declaim it. Because there are already guided missiles in that island. And the fastest that they have installed there can...
So yun, mga kababayan, ang sabi ni Mao Diggs sa interview sa kanya ng mainstream media, sa report po ng Time Magazine. Ito pa, mga kababayan, sabi diyan, amid Chinese incursions, Duterte again says nothing the Philippines can do. Kung si Mao Diggs po, nothing can do, sabi niya, nothing that we can do, the Philippines can do. Ano pa si Inday? Yung tatay nga po, surrender na, yung anak pa. Lalo na po si Inday, nasa issue ng West Philippine Sea, no comment. Naintindihan na ninyo? Sabi ni Mao Diggs, pakinggan po ninyo kung anong sinasabi niya rito.
We can retake it only by force. There is no way that we can get back the tawag nilang Philippine Sea without any bloodshed. You know the cost of war. And if we go there and really to find out and to assert jurisdiction, it would be bloody. It will result in a violence that we cannot maybe win.
Lorenzana then.
Wala pang laban po. Surrender na. Sinindak-sindak lang po ng China. Sumurrender na si Mao Diggs. Tapos maniwala kayo sa sinasabi niyang maisog. Nung maisog. Ano sabi uli, mga kababayan sa Roman adage? Si bis pasem para belum. If you wish for peace, prepare for war. Dapat ganon yung strategy. Bakit daw? Sabi diyan, if you face an aggressive adversary, build your military strength so that the adversary knows that if it launches an attack, it will receive a punishing response and will therefore be discouraged from pursuing such an attack. Yung ginagawang efforts ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos is a military deterrence. Habang nakikipag-usap siya pinapalakas niya yung alliance, pinapalakas niya yung ating puwersa, yung ating defense mismo. Kaya nagagalit po, sige lang po ang galit ng China, pero hindi man yan po aatake. Kasi alam niya, there will be punishing response from the allied forces. Kasi hindi po papayag ang mga bansa sa buong mundong isara niya ang South China Sea. Isara ng China. Kamkamin po yan. Kasi dyan po dumadaan yung mga kalakal sa buong mundo. Naintindihan na ninyo, mga DDS na mahina mag-isip. Nagagaling-galingan kasi kayo. Pang-mayor man lang po ang inyong mga kaisipan. Malayo sa galing ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Pero humble lang po ang ating Pangulo. Peacemaker po siya. Yan po yung sabi niya. Philippines to embrace peacemaker role in pitch for UN Security Council. Yan po yung mensahe ng ating Pangulo. Sabi diyan, President Marcos said the Philippines would embrace its role as a trusted partner, credible fact-finder, and committed peacemaker as he made a pitch for the country's candidacy to the United Nations Security Council for 2027-2028 term. Sa kanyang speech po doon sa Singapore, Marcos underscored the country's strong potential given its inevitable rise in global standing. So sabi niya, just as we have done in the past, we will embrace our role in this region and around the world with a sense of purpose. We will bring our experience as a trusted partner, credible pathfinder, and committed peacemaker when elected to the United Nations Security Council for the term 2027-2028. So sabi niya, we are determined to be a force for the good, a force for peace, champion of regional and global unity, and a staunch defender of the rules-based international order. Kaya po sinusulong po niya yung UNCLOS, pinaninindigan niya. Pero si Mao Diggs, ano po yung ginawa? Useless man niya yan, walang pakinabang, dapat niyan itapon sa waste basket. Mabuti pa po si Panot nung panahon ni Noynoy Aquino. Ayan po, tingnan ninyo sabi ni dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino. We stood up to them at the onset and now so many others are doing the same. We stood up to China because it was the right thing to do. Kita ninyo, si Mao Diggs, ano sabi? Pag hindi natin kaya, we have no business being a republic. You might as well choose. We can be a territory of the Americans or we can be a province of China. Ganon siya mag-isip, mga kababayan. Talo pa ni Noynoy Aquino, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Ano yung sabi po? Sabi po ng ating Pangulo, I don't work for Beijing. I don't work for Washington. I work for Moscow. I work for Manila. I don't work for Moscow. I work for Manila. I work for the Philippines. And that's what I need to promote. And Filipinos don't yield, sabi ng ating Pangulo. Ayan man lang po, mga kababayan. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.